Hey y'all, it's Courtney and I am back with another video. And I just realized that yesterday was World Mental Health Day, and I just wanted to make this quick video because I watched Trisha Paytas's video about this earlier today, and I liked something that she said. And one of the things that I liked that she said was that basically everybody deals with something, whether it be, whether it be bouts of depression, seasonal depression, social anxiety, everybody has something that they're going through. And maybe not all the time, but I'm sure there's some point in everybody's life where they can say, I felt anxious, or I felt depressed, or, like I said, social anxiety, phone anxiety, seasonal depression. There's just so many things that we have to deal with these days. And back when our parents were kids, I don't know if it was that there was any less mental illness back then, or if you just were supposed to keep quiet about it back then, and you were supposed to keep it to yourself and pretend like everything was okay. Because I did that for a long time, but doing that got me nowhere. It didn't help me any. All it did was get me self-medicating and in more trouble than what it was worth, because I was trying to take care of the issue myself, and self-medicating turned into full-blown addiction. I'm not going to say I wasn't already doing drugs, but I definitely dove headfirst even harder into the drugs when all my traumas came about. And with each trauma, I dug a little further and a little further. So, but basically what I wanted to talk about today was, I noticed a theme in her video. And it was, A, how hard it is to get diagnosed, and B, how harmful it is to diagnose somebody not knowing really a whole lot about them. Like saying, it sounds like you have this, or it sounds like you have that. And I have been guilty of doing that. I have been guilty of being like, oh, this person's a narcissist, or this person seems like they might have bipolar, or none of us should do that. I know that it's hard not to, because when somebody is presenting really bad qualities, we want to just be like, slap the narcissist, sticker on you and move along. They're a narc. What do you expect from a narc? That's the easy thing to do. But that's not really how it works. So I'm just going to explain to you a little bit of how hard it's been for me to be diagnosed. I don't think I'm still to this day diagnosed properly. Supposedly, up until today, I've been ADHD, then ADD, which is like ADHD, but it's like kind of like a branch of ADHD. Bipolar 1, which I've been told I was bipolar 1 for the longest time, but I found out that I'm actually bipolar 2. And I'm guessing that the doctor just accidentally got the two mixed up, because it's pretty obvious, if I describe my symptoms, it's pretty obvious that I'm bipolar 2, not 1. So bipolar 1, bipolar 2, depression, seasonal depression, anxiety, PTSD, CPTSD, and acute agoraphobia. Those are all labels that have been thrown at me, and possibilities that have been thrown at me. And the scary thing about possibilities and not having an exact answer, or being able to give somebody an exact diagnosis, and know that, and be confident with that, is you could give somebody that is already feeling depressed a medication that you think is going to help with one side effect, but really it makes them even more depressed and pushes them over the edge, and they commit suicide. Because an anxiety pill that you gave them has the side effect of making somebody that's already depressed suicidal. So it's really dangerous. The act of seeking out what you have going on up here, it's not dangerous, I wouldn't say. It's just a long process of trying to figure out what's going on. I have literally had, because there's a thing that you can do after you've been on, I think, 3 or 4 different types of medication. Your insurance will pay for a thing called gene site testing. And what gene site testing is they will take a swab, and then they'll send it to a lab. They'll send it to a lab. I want to make sure she wasn't choking to death. They will send your sample to the lab, and then the lab will send this paperwork back. And yes, it does help. It really does help in finding medications that will work for you. Because that's how I found Wellbutrin, and found out that Wellbutrin is like a perfect medicine for me. And Wellbutrin is the one thing that has helped me tremendously. Every other medication was like, it helped a little bit, but I could live without it. You know what I mean? Wellbutrin is a medication that I don't even want to try to have to go off of it, because it helps that much. And I've noticed that much of a difference in myself since I've been on it. I've been on Celexa, Wellbutrin, Seroquel. This is Celexa. I've been on probably close to 10 different depression medications. And Seroquel is usually for like bipolar and stuff. But they usually try to go for more of a depression-based medication for me, because I'm bipolar type 2, so I mostly deal with depression with a little bit of, what are you doing? I deal with a lot of depression with a little bit of mania. Okay, are you ready to get out? Hold on, guys. Okay, so the problem with gene site testing is, though, it can tell you what medications will work for you, but they still have to guess what's wrong with you. Like, it'll give them, this is what kind of medication will work with this kind of brain. I have a certain kind of brain, you have a different kind of brain, this person has a different kind of brain, and all of our brains will work with different types of medications. Well, what it'll say is, for my type of brain, Wellbutrin, Celexa, Trazodone, this and that is what will work best with her kind of brain, if she has depression. If she has anxiety, this, and this is what's going to work with her DNA the best. If she has, you know what I'm saying. So it still doesn't give you a solid, what's wrong with me. That's the hard part. The hard part is trying to guess what's going on in your head. So my best advice for anybody that is going in for mental health treatment, give it time. Please, please give it time. You got to give medicines time to work and kick in, which is at least a month usually. You have to, ew, my nails are dirty. You have to give it time to figure out whether it's a good medicine for you. You have to give it time to figure out whether it's affecting you negatively. Everything, when you're dealing with your mental health, everything takes time. And I know that it seems like you don't have time, but please don't give up, because you can get better. You can feel good again. My God, it took me, I've been on Wellbutrin for, well, I think about a year and a half, 2 years now. So, for 6 years, I was this close to giving up constantly. Because, oh my gosh, I keep trying to think of the medicine that I was on before this one. I thought that was working, but then I didn't have my period for 6 months straight. And it was a side effect from that medication. So, though it was working a little bit, I'm kind of glad that that happened, because it led me on to this medication. And not all medications are going to be everybody's help. For some people, therapy, just going to therapy more than once a month is what's going to help you most. For some people, swimming or horseback riding or things that make you feel really good can be enough therapy to get you up out of your slump, or if you're dealing with depression. Some things are easier to get rid of than others, or not rid of, but easier to, you know what I'm trying to say, because I don't know that you're ever cured, but I know that if you'd have told me 8 years ago that today I would be happy and I would have energy again and I would feel like myself as much as I think I can, I don't think I'll ever go back to the person I was before my traumas happened. But I'm starting to at least know myself again and recognize myself when I look into the mirror and be happy with who I look at whenever I look into the mirror, or what I see when I look in the mirror. So it can be really frustrating, guys. It can be really exhausting, but it is rewarding when you finally do find what will work for you. I hope that I got everything I wanted to say in, because I am ADD, so my mind's constantly going, and I'm on from one subject to the next, and it's hard to get through a video and A, stay on track, and B, remember everything I wanted to say. I really should have written this one out, since it's something I feel so strongly about, but I wanted to get it out today because I already missed the actual day yesterday. So yeah, just, if you're out there struggling with your mental health, don't give up yet. Give it another 6 months at least, please. Because I want to see you the best person you can be, or the best version of you that you can be. And you deserve to feel like the best version of yourself that you can be. Your kids deserve the best version of you that you can be. If it wasn't for my kids, I would have gave up a long time ago. I know I would have. So yeah. And then I guess the other thing was how terrible it can be to diagnose people over the internet. And I'll probably get in that in another video, because this one's almost 15 minutes long already. So maybe I'll make another video about the effects or the, you know, things that can happen from just giving your advice over your unsolicited, usually, opinion over the internet. Maybe I'll do that in another video. If you're interested in hearing about that, let me know. I am in no way a professional, so if you're new, I am not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a therapist, I'm nothing. All I am is somebody that suffers with mental health issues, and I'm a recovering addict, and all I can tell you is my own experience and what I have been through and how I see things. Nothing more, nothing less. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Oh, and you guys like this 10-minute eye look I'm serving y'all today? 10 minutes. My makeup, 10 minutes today. I was like, holy shit. Because usually I take like an hour. But I'm just taking off usually, so. But now I know I can do it if I need to in like 10 or 15 minutes. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you get to spend it with family or friends or somebody that you love. And I hope that this video touches somebody that it needs to. And somebody that's about to give up hears it and decides to give it a little more time. Alright, love y'all.